Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Steve from Rockstar Eater coming to you with another rockin' episode. And guess where I'm at today? I'm out here in Rosemead, which is a very Chinese populated area with a lot of great Chinese restaurants. And I'm here for a really good reason today because I'm going to be kicking off my Best Seafood in Los Angeles series. And maybe some of you guys remember I was at the San Pedro Fish Market a while back, but that's like really out there in Southern California. So I'm going to be doing something that's more like in LA. So let's consider this the first official episode of the 10-part Best Seafood in LA series. And this is going to be a super episode because we're kicking it off with some really great grand Chinese seafood in Los Angeles at this restaurant called Newport Seafood. I don't know if you guys have heard of this place, but it is so popular. Like, it's raved about on the internet. The lines are so long here all the time. Some say it's probably the best Chinese seafood that you can find in LA. And you know why? Because they have some really awesome lobsters and crabs and all that great stuff that we love in seafood restaurants. So if you guys want to see one of the greatest seafood restaurants in Los Angeles, no matter what cuisine it is, then you've come to the right episode. So stick all the way to the end so that you can see this amazing overview of seafood here in LA. And also, if you're new to this channel, take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell because I put out these food videos weekly that you just don't want to miss out on. So go ahead, do that right now, folks. And I'm about to go in and have me some lunch right now. Big appetite. And today I have a special guest with me. This is Sally right here. If some of you guys have seen her before, you recognize her from the dim sum restaurant that I was at in Culver City, Iron Teapot. So yeah, Sally, introduce yourself.
Oh yes, I am Sally and I'm the owner of Iron Teapot at Culver City. And I was brought here because I talked him into letting me eat with him because I have Chinese Southeast Asian roots. And this restaurant has those roots, and that's why it's so good. Okay,
awesome. So Sally, you've been to this restaurant before, right?
Yeah, I grew up in this neighborhood, and my family and I have been here. This is like our special treat, you know, for birthdays, and my dad's birthdays, uncle's birthdays, good friends' birthdays, and you know, they're willing to wait hours for this good food.
Yeah, no kidding. So this restaurant, like I said, is a Chinese restaurant, but it has like some Vietnamese influences in it as well, right?
Yeah, Vietnamese and Cambodian. They're actually Chinese from Cambodia.
Oh, I see. I'm so excited to eat this. And by the way, guys, if you want to check Sally out, I really highly recommend it. Go to the video description link below so that you can check out her restaurant, Iron Teapot, a really awesome dim sum restaurant. I mean, we're not at dim sum right now, but I know some of you guys, if you want dim sum, check Sally out in her link at Iron Teapot in the video description below. All right, so yeah, this food just came out right now. There's a lot of food going on here and I am hungry. Are you starving?
Yes.
Okay, that is a firm yes. Okay, so let's see what some of the things that we got here today. So we got the soup. So what is this soup here?
Well, this soup is basically, it's the head of the geoduck. Mm-hmm. You know, geoduck is like that super large clam.
Yes.
But most of it is actually this big long extension. I mean, it looks, you know, it looks like a phallic symbol, but you know, it's really a really long clam. We call it the geoduck.
Okay.
So this is actually the head of it.
Oh, so warm. I love it. It's like tastes so comforting.
Right? What do you think of the flavor? It doesn't taste like clam, right? It has clam elements, but it's different. But I can tell you that the way they made the soup, you know, this is because this is really fresh. I mean, when we walked in, these geoducks are they're in the tanks. So the whole idea is that I could tell they probably kept the soup really clean and clear, and that shows that they're proud that this is fresh, so you could taste the freshness of the geo. Wow,
awesome. Yeah, guys, so one of the cool things about this restaurant is that the seafood here, whether it's the lobsters, the house special fish, the shrimp, a lot of it is so fresh. It comes right out of the tank. Yes, it is kind of pricey, so it is one of those special occasion type of restaurants, but it's so good, isn't it? So exciting. It's really my first time trying geoduck in a soup form as well as in this like soy sauce cooked type of form, right?
It's good, right?
Whoa.
Yeah, you could taste that crunch because they didn't fully cook it.
Oh, that's so good. And I love the leaves itself. It gives us so much flavor. Like, and it's a little bit spicy too, I would say, right?
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Okay.
It almost tastes like a salad, right?
Yeah. Kind of sweet too, actually.
But this is good.
You notice the sweetness to it? Yeah, totally. It's almost like eating a geoduck salad.
This one is the pea shoot. It's the large leaf pea shoot. So they're actually more expensive and they're more seasonal. So it's not that easy to cook it correctly.
Really?
Yeah.
And by the way, I do love vegetables. Yes. I mean, I have to, because if you grow older, you gotta like vegetables for your health's sake. So.
Yeah, we need it for digestion.
Oh.
What do you think? It has a special flavor, right? And it's not so greasy.
I think that's the perfect amount of oiliness to it. I mean, I don't mind if it were a little bit oilier, because, you know, that's Chinese food basically, but it tastes clean.
Yep.
Very flavorful.
Yep.
Kind of a little bit garlicky taste too.
Yeah. You don't leave feeling like, you know, oily and comfortable food coma.
Oh yeah. What about this one? What is this one?
Well, this is a really classic walnut shrimp. But I mean, because I eat walnut shrimp in so many places, I could tell that the way they make it, I think it's their own, their interpretation. I think they use only egg whites, so the batter is lighter.
Ah.
Yeah, and of course, I'm sure their shrimp is more fresh than most places. So good.
Okay, so you like it?
Yeah, I mean, walnut shrimp, it's at a lot of restaurants, but the way they made it is really good.
Okay. Yeah, one of the things that I noticed is that the shrimp actually is pretty fresh. It has a good taste to it, like a nice chew to it. Yeah, because even the worst thing you want to have is to eat seafood that's not fresh, right? So you guys can notice we're sitting around a round table. This is the table you want to be at, especially if you're with a large group. And try to be careful not to have things that are too close to the edge, or else you're going to knock over teas and soups and stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's very slowly. We're going to now try. This is the basil leaf clams. That's what they call it, right?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, this is one of their house specialties here. It's fresh clams. I believe they're Manila clams that's stir-fried with basil leaf and I guess some sort of special house sauce, right?
Yep.
Oh, that's good.
The sauce is so good, right?
It's so good.
But can you tell the difference that these, you could tell they were live?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They never cook from frozen.
Yes, yes, and you can tell because it just tastes like fresh, like it's not been dead for what, like 2 days or 3 days or 4 days?
Or frozen.
Or frozen, yeah, yeah. There's totally a difference. So when you come to this restaurant, this is one of the highlight foods on the menu. This basil clam. So definitely get it, especially if you love Manila clams. So here we got the.
It's a real classic Vietnamese dish, or it's in Southeast Asia, but it's basically steak, peppered steak, and stir-fried.
Okay.
But
So,
and you dip it in a little bit of this pepper salt.
okay.
It's just so good. The way they marinate it, and it's just so, it's simple but so good.
Right. And if you guys notice that this isn't a seafood dish, but I decided to get it because it is one of their popular things on the menu. Like
Yep.
it's always on the pictures of the websites and everything, and I'm pretty sure you like it too, right?
My parents would always order this.
Okay, let's do it.
Pretty good, huh?
Oh yeah. And you know, this is the first time I think I've had steak with some of that lime drizzled onto it.
Right?
The steak is extremely tender, and it's really not that sweet either.
Yep.
It's perfect. And then when you add some of this pepper, salt, along with the lime mixture, it takes it to a new level.
Isn't it cool?
Yeah. Oh man, I'm gonna get this next time I come here again.
Yeah. I mean, people think that you come here, it's always seafood, but they have this dish that's like, that's
Oh.
actually really common with the locals and people that know this place.
Wow, this is phenomenal, this steak dish. And now we're hitting the main course, including this shrimp, which is from the tank, right?
Yep.
Wow.
It's fresh.
Yes.
In Chinese, we call this the large-headed shrimp, and here's the other thing that might gross people out, but it's all about the eggs.
Oh, oh
This
man.
means it's good.
Oh, it's pregnant.
Yes.
Oh, poor little eggs.
I mean, how do you usually eat your shrimp? Because my dad made a big deal about how you peel it.
Well, how do you peel it?
Well, it's like you have to start from the top here, and if you get this, then you actually get part of the head, which tastes amazing.
Oh yeah, you're right. That thing just melts in your mouth.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. And also be careful, guys, because it's very sharp, so it could poke you, maybe cause some injury, so FYI. But yeah, for the rest of it, you definitely need to peel the hard shell off the body because you can't eat it.
It's a good flavor. It's like this sweet, like scallion.
Yeah, it is sweet. This is quite amazing. This is their whole, it's like a fried fish?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I can tell.
And then the owner was just explaining to me that they pride themselves at this gets fished over at Newport in the morning, so it's brought here in the morning.
Wow.
So it's really, really fresh.
Wow, that is so incredible. Yeah, this is a whole fish that's like deep fried and it's supposed to have like a sweet and sour and spicy flavor to it, right?
Yep.
Okay.
They call it their Newport sauce. It's really good. Like,
well, that thing is like really, the flavor is like pungent. It's like sharp, the flavor.
Right?
No, I mean in a good way, not in a bad way, but it's basically another way of saying like it hits you in the mouth once you put it in your mouth. Maybe I just got too much sauce in my mouth, but it's so good though.
But it's so good that it was fried, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you see? Like fried, bam, right there. Sour and sweet and spicy, exactly the way the menu described it.
And the garlic.
And garlicky.
Right?
Yeah. Yes, and the lobster, this is really the main attraction. If you come here, everybody gets the lobster. Yeah, it is really expensive, but you know, people get it still because it's really that good. No words. Really no words to describe.
Isn't that texture amazing? It's really fresh.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can tell it was, this thing was live, because I don't know if you've had those dead lobsters before where it's been frozen.
Yes.
You can tell it takes the difference, right?
That's why I've been spoiled as a kid with these Chinese restaurants. It's always live lobster. We don't have it often, but when we do, it's expensive and it's live. So when you go to, you know, other places, you could tell. Like even the, you know, most restaurants we go to that we dine in that's Western, they don't have a lobster. They don't have a lobster tank, right? So it's these Chinese restaurants or Asian restaurants that really, you can taste it. It's crunchy, right?
It is. Oh yeah. Oh.
It's a big difference.
Yeah, I can't rave enough about this lobster. It's so good. Like that's why I got to get me another piece right now. Wow, that was quite a meal, wasn't it?
That was so good.
Oh man. But you eat like this all the time, don't you?
I wish. You know, it catches up to you. But I'm like in a food coma now.
I know, seriously. Like, you know, whenever I come to this restaurant, I don't know about you, but it's like one of those things where you just want to eat a lot of food because it just tastes so good and so comforting, right?
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, that's exactly what you'll experience here. So remember, if you guys are in the Rosemead area, look out for Newport Seafood because this is one of the absolute best Chinese seafood restaurants in Los Angeles. So many critics rave about them. They got just so many awesome dishes here, like this lobster dish going on here, as well as the fish and the clams and the geoduck, all with its own unique sauces, which is quite something. And yeah, so if you come here, you know, if you don't know what else to order, definitely just get some of the things that we got here because these are the most popular foods on the menu and you can't go wrong with it, right?
No, you can't go wrong.
Absolutely not.
It's so good.
Oh, you see?
But bring a lot of people so you can eat a lot of food.
Yes. Definitely. Unless you're a professional eater, bring a lot of people to help you eat all of this amazing, amazing food. So anyways, thank you so much for watching this episode of Rockstar Eater. If you enjoy what I'm doing here on the show, give me a thumbs up. Also comment on the section below because I would like to know if you guys have tried any of this stuff. What do you guys also think about it? And also, like I said, check out Sally at her link in the video description below for Iron Teapot because she has a really awesome dim sum restaurant in Culver City. You have to visit it, whether you're in LA or you're planning to travel to Los Angeles and you're looking for a good dim sum restaurant. She's the person you got to check out. So definitely check out that link. So, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well. Anyways, hope you have a rockin' day today, folks, and that you'll try some of this rockin' seafood sometime soon. And be sure to check out my other future videos because I'm gonna have a lot more seafood videos coming out in the next few weeks. So I'll see you guys in the next video.